Hello everyone, welcome to my channel about Lineage 2 on European servers. The topic of today's video is what the class to play for in 2025 on the main version Lineage 2. Before we get started, I will announce the winners of the premium account codes giveaway from the previous video, and don't forget there is another giveaway in this video as well. The rule is simple, leave a comment with your nickname and server and subscribe to the channel. Why is it important to choose the right starting class? Different classes require varying levels of investment at the start to efficiently handle daily zones and grind effectively in the field. Of course, you should pick the class you truly enjoy playing the most, however, your choice also depends on your financing capabilities. As well as the game is free, after reaching level 105, it becomes difficult to progress without purchasing a 12 euro box that includes starter gear. That's why, in my opinion, it's better to start with one of the following classes, which I have a lower entry barrier and don't require large investments on the start. And once you have built up enough resources, game knowledge and adana, you can switch your class to another, which will be an ideal opportunity during the Libra event, usually held about every 6 months before the major patch. To avoid wasting a lot of money on switching gear later, choose a class whose type matches the one you plan to switch to. For instance, if you plan to play a mage later, start with a magic-based class. If you plan to play a warrior, start with warrior classes. If you are ready to dive into playing strong character and aren't afraid of challenges, the second part of the video will talk about classes that become very powerful with good gear. However, they need about 500 billion or more to reach their full potential. The first class is Summoner. If you plan to switch to mage class later, it's the best to start with the Wynn Spectral Maestro, or in general any summoner. The advantages is that even with minimal investment, you will have access to most early zones. By gaining some illusion points and leveling your dual class to learn skill for dual, you will already be strong enough. One of the disadvantages is that without a macro mouse, this class is only half as effective, so it's really important to have one. And according to my comparison, the Dark Summoner deals the most damage with low investment. The whole video you can check on my channel, or in right top corner will be linked. Next, daggers. For warriors, the choice is broader. If you like daggers, you can pick between Fortuna Seeker and Ghost Hunter. Fortuna Seeker has a great passive skills that gives 30% of PvE damage, which help a lot of in farming. Another advantage is passive skills that adds 3 luck, increasing your chance to successfully enhance gear. However, it's required to upgrade rune stones for a blink skill, which can be expensive. This skill needs for more mobility. For example, next Ghost Hunter, it's Dark Elf, has a blink skill with damage. You can learn it with regular rune stones. It makes this dagger cheaper than Fortuna Seeker. It also deals good damage and scales over time. However, like most daggers classes, it's mainly focused on single target damage, which can be limiting in certain situations. Disadvantages this class that all these classes primarily deal single target damage, but their damage scale quickly. Compared to mage, boosting their power is simpler. Additionally, they don't strictly require macro mouse, and you can use in-game macros effectively. The next class is Eviscerator, an RTA warrior with fists. Advantages this class: it's strong limits, doesn't require many rune stones or macro mouse. Thanks to passive skills, they can deal 30% of XP as damage, allowing them to farm mobs effectively even with minimal investment. They also have a skill Gravity Switch, which converts 30% of XP damage to X5 attack. It's needed due to deal 30% of XP damage not working on raid bosses. Disadvantages this class: it's like daggers, they mainly deal single target damage, and damage scaling is harder than for daggers, but easier than other classes early on. Two similar option is Grand Khavatari, Orc with Fists, also performs well with low investment thanks to auto attacks. Advantages this class that it has totems and strong limits, more AoE skills than the Eviscerator, but disadvantages that AoE skills currently don't crit well, so it's better to focus on auto attack damage initially and waiting for rework this class in future. The next it's Tyrr Maestro, is a surprising choice for a strong and fun class. It's similar to Eviscerator, but fights with the mace instead of fists. Advantages of this class: the Maestro has powerful skill like Golem Spirit and Golem Power. This let you hit enemies with up to x5 damage from normal attacks, or lower an enemy XP by 30%. It's the same as in Eviscerator. It means that build should be the same as Eviscerator with auto attack. The downside is that this strong skill only become available at level 106, while the Eviscerator gets similar abilities earlier at level 105. In this build, the dwarf will have the same problem as daggers, its single target damage. Next is Iss Enchanters. Thanks to recent update Superion, Iss Enchanters, especially Spectral Dancer, received a significant damage buffs. The comparison though is you can check on my channel. The main advantage is this class is that not needed a second window for buffs, AoE skills and moderate investment requirements. They are often welcomed into dungeons party without needed strong gear, but the main disadvantage is that lower damage compared to damage dealer classes. On the first stage of the game, the build should be via auto attack. Tanks. Tanks have become much stronger after recent rework with a solid defense, AoE skills and attack scaling. However, they aren't ideal as a first class for beginners. They required around 50 rune stones, 1 billion each, to unlock all essential skills, making them weaker compared to classes like Desk Knife without these investments. According to comparison, on low boost for PvE the best options are Sigil Shilling Templar and Sigil Helk Knight. Other classes have a bit of different specializations. Full comparison you can check in my video in description or in the top right corner. Also for these classes required a skill for 2 enhancement runestone, because without this skill tanks lost a lot of damage. Desk Knight, even with all the changes and buffs to other classes, remains probably the strongest class due to its versatility in both PvE and PvP. It has both range and melee attacks, making it easy to farm in the fields and participate in conquest. It also doesn't require many runestones to learn the main skills. Its limits provide a lot of damage or defense. Since it's a physical class and physical damage is stronger than magic. It's much stronger than any mage. You can play it with macros, but if you want to improve efficiency, a macro mouse will be helpful. The downside is that it needs a lot of gear to fight mobs effectively, and beginners will find it hard to play. The last one is Shinemaker. Shinemaker is the strongest mage right now. Its strengths are mobility, high damage, and it's good for both PvE and PvP. One downside is that it needed a lot of equipment, just like Desk Knight, and also 2 types of weapons, bow and slasher. You can check out my video about this class and see how much boost it has and what I can do. Also a downside is magic attack doesn't scale damage well compared to physical attack, so it can't out damage the Death Knight. Another weakness is the low mana shield is only 80% protection, while mages have 90%, and you don't need a macro mouse if you use a slasher, but it is a must if you use a bow. In the summary, for beginners I recommend starting with one of the first 3 options, Summoner, Daggers or Fist Fighter. If you are experienced and looking for something new, considering Iss Enchanters or Master Tier. For players willing to invest money into the game, it's Tanks, Desk Knight or Shinemaker are excellent choice for an easier start. If you choose first options, when you reach a higher level and obtain a minimal boost, the Libra event is the perfect time to switch to a classes you enjoy the most. If you want to play with me on European official service, I have a referral link for you. It will give you a great starter bonus. A partner help coup contains 30-day Rose Pass Agation. Additionally, this coup provides useful consumables every day for leveling up during 30 days. Full instruction on how to claim this coup are in my video. You will see a link in the top right corner, and all the relevant links are also in the video description. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe and share. See you next video.